Hello there, a good evening to you all, and thank you very much for joining us here on Rwanda Television News tonight. We hope you had yourselves a very productive Thursday, and here's a sneak peek at our edition tonight. President Paul Kagame hosted a team of Rwandan secondary school students who won a gold medal in the Pan-African Mathematics Olympiad, which concluded on Tuesday in Johannesburg, South Africa. Prime Minister Dr. Edward Ngirente urged the youth to detach themselves from drugs and improper behaviors as the country needs them clean and neat. We are very glad to have your company tonight, coming to you straight from the city of Kigali. My name is Martina Abera. Let us start things off by informing you that President Paul Kagame on Thursday hosted a team of Rwandan secondary school students who won a gold medal in the Pan-African Mathematics Olympiad, which concluded on Tuesday in Johannesburg, South Africa. We have the report courtesy of Adam Squizera.
This afternoon at Urugwiro village, President Paul Kagame received a team of Rwandan students who have competed in this year and the previous year's edition of Pan-African Mathematics Olympiad, PAMO, an International Mathematical Olympiad, IMO. This year, Rwanda won its first ever gold medal at PAMO 2024, which concluded earlier this week in South Africa. The gold medal was awarded to Dennis Prince Tuisenge, one of the 6 students on the Rwandan team that participated in the competition. He noted that this medal will inspire him to be a chemical engineer.
The secret is like working hard, doing many problems of in the past papers, and resilience, and goal setting towards what you need. Well, I want to become a chemical engineer. Being a gold medalist in PAMO, I'm happy for my achievement, but I don't think it's the end. No bigger celebrations, because I want even more medals.
The Rwandan team, trained by African Institute for Mathematical Sciences, AIMS Rwanda, also got silver medal, 3 bronze medals, and several PAMO Girls bronze medals. Minister of Education Gaspard Twagirayezu noted that such competitions help the students to aspire their dreams and explore many opportunities.
And this is a very good opportunity for our students. This is a very competitive process because this starts with a big competition on a national level that's organized by the University of Rwanda, AIMS, and other different partners. And then the top scorers are taken into a boot camp and training organized by AIMS and the University of Rwanda and other partners. And we send every year teams of 6 students who go participate in these competitions around the world. Our students have went to compete in Morocco, in Tunisia, in South Africa, in the UK, and in Norway. And we are happy that as the years go by, our students are doing better and better. And another thing is that the students who participate in these competitions go on to get admitted into some of the prestigious universities across the world.
President Paul Kagame appreciated the participants of the competition and said that the government of Rwanda will continue to work closely with the partners such as AIMS in order to improve the quality of education. He called on other students to participate in such international competitions that allows them to demonstrate their capabilities.
Even those who did not get medals but competed or participated in any way is an indication that you are capable. Even if you didn't win a medal at the beginning, don't stop there. Keep trying and keep doing things the way you are capable of. And I just wanted to encourage you. I wanted to meet you, to encourage you, to say we will always be with you, to support you to achieve more and more, and also involve other young people who have not been part of this. This means we invite them to do things in the same direction.
From initial poll, of approximately 40,000 students. A series of 3 competitive rounds weighted down the participants to a final team of 23 students who represent the nations in regional and international competitions. PAMO is an annual event that brings together secondary school students. This was Rwanda's 4th participation and the biggest win in the competition, organized by the African Mathematics Union. PAMO 2024 attracted students from 27 African countries. Adam Squizera, RwandaTV News.
Samuel Dusengiyumva has been re-elected as the mayor of Kigali City. The elections took place on a Thursday, featuring members of the city's Sector Advisory Council, with much emphasis being put on how the mayor and other elected members of Kigali's Executive Council can work to address the different challenges the city has continued to face at the local level. Fulgence Dusabimana was re-elected as the vice mayor in charge of urbanization and infrastructure, while Martine Urugeni also remains the vice mayor in charge of socio-economic affairs. Samuel Dusengiyumva first became the mayor of the city of Kigali in December last year, replacing Prudence Rubingisa, the current governor of Eastern Province. In recent years, Rwanda has successfully hosted various international events and conferences, attracting global leaders, entrepreneurs, and delegates, but also positioning itself as a growing tourism and events hub in the East African region and all over the world. Williams Evans Mutabazi has more on the report.
It is now a public secret that Rwanda's strategic initiatives and investment in the tourism and events sectors have been instrumental in positioning the country as a dynamic hub for both leisure travelers and events organizers. In a move to introduce Rwanda to the East African region and the world at large as an education hub, Flavors of Kigali Events Limited has announced the grand launch of the first ever Schools Festival of Rwanda, happening in the first week of December this year. Ms. Sarah, the CEO of Flavors of Kigali Events Limited, shared from a personal experience that when many delegates and diplomats are assigned to Rwanda, many don't come with their families because they do not know what Rwanda offers in terms of schools and quality of education. This prompted her to do some research, which in the end birthed this idea.
After I did my research, and I have discovered Rwanda has a lot to give and a lot to offer, and then so many different curriculums are being hosted in different schools. So we want to show the globe that, of course, when we invite you to Rwanda, that means welcome with your family, with your kids. Educationally, service-wise, we have everything. That's the objective, is to make Rwanda a destination for education.
Products of our education system in Rwanda right now, our students can work anywhere, can serve anywhere. And people have not yet given value to that. So our students excel when they serve outside. But people don't know that. So we want to take that opportunity to showcase this so that people understand the value. Apart from Rwanda being a hub of so many things, we also want it to be a hub of education.
The festival will have parent engagement and highlight Rwanda's educational journey while enabling networking and collaboration opportunities for participating educators from within and outside Rwanda.
So this event is bringing together different stakeholders from sponsorships, from schools heads, from entrepreneurs, government, Ministry of Education, coming together to showcase to the world what exactly is in Rwanda in terms of different curriculums that are offered in this country, both local and international. And we are also inviting those schools to come at this event to show to the nation what exactly are they doing. If you tell us that your curriculum is this, can you come, do we have a small place that you can come and show to the nation exactly what that curriculum is about, how advantageous it is, and how different it is from the other curriculums. We are inviting parents, all the nationalities that are around, both locals and foreigners, to come. We're inviting students that want more information. We're inviting universities to come on board and also show the public exactly what their services are all about. So Schools Festival of Rwanda is going to be an event, a leading event in the region.
Over 80 schools at all levels are expected to participate by showcasing their educational programs, and also will compete in various activities depicting their different school programs, plus a big number of educators and parents all together. William Evans Mtabazi, RTV News.
The National Secondary Examination and Schools Inspection Authority, NESA, urges parents and guardians to evaluate their readiness to meet their children's educational requirements well before the academic year begins. Olive Nete has the report.
With only 18 days remaining until the 2024-2025 academic year begins, the first semester is set to start on September 9th. Some parents say they start saving early to ensure they can easily provide the necessities for their children when the new academic year begins. As soon as my children finished the academic year, I began saving money for the next year. I belong to a saving group to avoid being caught off guard when the school year starts. I always plan and prepare their school fees well in advance. I have already bought 12 notebooks and pens for my child, and I just need to purchase new shoes. I always save up and belong to various saving groups. When it is time to withdraw the money, I use it to buy necessary materials such as notebooks and shoes. This way, when it's time for my child to return to school, they will have everything they need and won't be sent home for lacking essential supplies. However, some parents find the school start date surprising due to the timing of the announcement and the limited days remaining.
The beginning date of the new academic year has caught us by surprise. For instance, I have a student who took the national examination, and regardless of the results, I still need to prepare for the next academic year. The activities I had planned to generate income are not progressing as expected, which means I may not be ready by the time the school year begins.
Ishimwe Niyitegeka Aristide, a business person who primarily sells school supplies, notes an increase in customers as the academic year approaches.
Clients were so many. They came to buy notebooks. This is the second batch of what I bought.
Dr. Bernard Bahati, Director General of NESA, advises parents not to wait for the academic year calendar to be released before gathering the necessary school supplies for their children.
Even though the dates may not be known at the earliest, we believe that every parent who has children that are still studying should always be ready, not just wait to save up for his or her children's education, or even to think about the payment of school materials when they are about to return to school. They should plan ahead of time, and when the date comes, it should find the parent ready, and the date should come giving the exact time when the school will start.
The National Secondary Examination and Schools Inspection Authority announced that the new academic year calendar and the national examinations results for primary and ordinary level secondary schools will be published in the coming days. Additionally, reforms are underway to ensure that both the academic calendar and the exam results are released earlier in the future. Olive Nete, RTV News.
Thank you, Oli, for that report. Moving on to health matters, Rwanda has stepped up efforts to fight the spread of the Mpox virus, including the screening of people at the country's borders and other entry points to ensure that more carriers of the virus are not allowed into the general population. So far, no fatalities have occurred in Rwanda due to the virus or critical cases. Top officials in the Ministry of Health have made public announcements giving reassurance that the situation is under control and that there is no reason for panic because measures are in place to ensure that the spread of the virus is mitigated. Specialists and psychologists confirm that people should take care of their mental health the same way they take care of their inner health, more especially to the youth in nowadays. Enora Gladys has more.
The well-being of your mind and your psychological state. So it's very important because mental health is health too. For example, we cannot live our normal lives if our mental being is not healthy. It controls everything we do. It controls decisions we make. It controls our lifestyle. Different symptoms, but the few of them would be, for example, you know how a person has been behaving, you know how a person has been living. There could be certain changes. It can just happen once and we be like that someone is suffering or is struggling with a certain problem, but they're like recurring, they're happening daily, and they have altered their behaviors. For example, if someone is easily irritated, yet they've not been the kind of person, or they've lost motivation to live their lives, the joy in life, that could be a symptom. Or if individuals are having flashbacks, if individuals are having nightmares, if individuals are having no appetite or too much appetite, all these changes that happen to people's lifestyle could be an indication or an indicator that there is something wrong. The biggest challenges that we have with mental health patients, it's lack of awareness. It's a lot of the rise in the number of people dying of suicide. That's an indicator that there is something wrong. So we have different reasons as to why people may take their lives, but at the end of the day, it shows that they are not doing well in their mental health. Psychologists, of course, I would ask the Rwanda Society to raise awareness regarding mental health and remove the stigma, because if the young people are ashamed of coming to therapy because they will be called or they will be identified as crazy, come together with the peer pressure going on social media, with poverty, all these things come together for young people to be overwhelmed. Therapy is being stigmatized in a way that it's not something that they should go for. We will have people taking their lives. So I would ask the Rwanda Society to put efforts together and raise awareness to help us understand that mental health is health and there is nothing to be ashamed about it. It's something that we don't have to go for because we are sick. It's something that we go for because we want to stay healthy. The older generation, for the older people, I would ask them to understand the young people. It's not that the young people are spoiled, like how it's being said. It's not that the young people are adapting to the Western problems. It's actually the problems that the young people are facing in our country. If every generation, if the youth and the parents would understand each other, to come to a common ground of understanding that we don't have to see things the same way, and my health matters and your health matters, understanding what mental health is and why we're struggling with these different disorders, with different conditions, and how we can go about it by going to therapy, by encouraging people to talk to people, to talk with one another, to go out there and seek help would be a great way to help our society.
Prime Minister Dr. Edward Ngirente urged the youth to detach themselves from drugs and improper behaviors as the country needs them clean and neat. The remarks were made on Thursday as the Prime Minister presided over the closing ceremony of the 14th Itorero Indangamirwa at Mumba National Ubutore Development Center in Burera District, Northern Province. Prince Manzi has more on the report.
494 youth were part of the concluded 14th Itorero Indangamirwa, and they were instilled with civic and basic military training, patriotism, unity, integrity and diligence courses for 47 days. We had military training on how to prepare a battlefield and other things from military trainings.
I've learned Rwanda. I can speak not fluently, but I can try, and it will help me to be an exemplary Rwandan.
Exemplary.
These youth include those from the diaspora, secondary school graduates, youth leaders, and top performers from recent Urugerero. Parents talk on the importance of such training.
We were born in the diaspora, and it is not by our choice. So it is good for children to have such an opportunity that we did not get. There are told values and the vision of the country.
Apart from appreciating parents who understand the importance of these trainings, the Minister of National Unity and Civic Engagement, Dr. Bizimana Jean Damascene, adds that 200 of those who have participated in such training, Itorero Indangamirwa, were given scholarships by the government and others rejoined the Defense Force. There are the youth who felt that they wanted to join the military and they took exams. 8 of them passed and they continued their studies in Gako Military School. This is one of the good results of Indangamirwa. 213 were also given scholarships by the government. They were registered here with the help of the Ministry of Education. While closing on the 14th Itorero Indangamirwa, Prime Minister Dr. Edward Ngirente urged the youth to detach themselves from drugs and improper behaviors as the country needs them clean and neat. What do you do for your country that raised you and given you rights? The responsibilities include good behavior. We are a country that wants its youth to not engage in drugs. The drugs limit you from what the country wants you to achieve. Same with your family. The second is that the youth are not to overdrink. You are aware of cleanliness. We shouldn't even drink alcoholic beverages. Youth are to grow well, study well, and work for your country in good shape. Itorero Indangamirwa started in 2008. Youth participating are aged 18 to 25 years. So far, 5,118 youth have participated.
Some teenage mothers from Kamonyi district say that having a place where they meet and share their testimonies as well as get to learn different kinds of crafts has helped them grow financially and mentally. We have more on this report.
In Kamonyi district, teenage mothers gathered themselves together to improve their financial stability and be able to learn some sort of crafts that can help them to be self-employed. Some of these teenage mothers talks about how they were not able to do any job before because they was not able of doing tailoring or even crafting, but for now they are on a good level where they can be self-employed. Before coming here, I had no possible way of paying my health insurance, but for now, because I am able to do some handcraft jewelries, I make sure that I can feed me and my baby. I would highly recommend and advise my fellow minor girls to have abstinence, to not be in the same problem as I am for now. Before coming here, I was so depressed after giving birth to my baby. But when I got here, I met people who have the same problem as I have, and it really helped me to learn things that help me daily in making clothes and earn a living for me and my baby. Since when I started coming here, it helped me to learn tailoring, and I no longer have loneliness, and I'm now even able to make my own money through the tailoring, which really helps me to take good care of my child. Nyinaomuntu Olive is the one who came up with the idea of putting these teenage mothers together in Kamonyi district. She says that she was born the same way as this one, and that was why she came up with this kind of idea to be able to help these children. And also the
idea came from personal experience. When I was born, my mom was 17 years old. You can imagine how to be raised with a teen mother. It was a lot of challenges, but after I completed high school and university, I had an idea of going back to my community and impact other young mothers to be able to support their kids as well as their families. There's a lot of improvement because when we started, most of them were not able to support their kids, such as maybe paying school fees, paying health insurance, but now they're able to pay health insurance, but also supporting other young mothers, because we can't be able to gather a lot of them because the space is too small, but also the resources. Now 35 of them are able to pay school fees of their kids and also supporting themselves. They are able to buy shoes, buy clothes to wear. They're even able to make them by themselves, because the one in tailoring, they're able to do them. The one in crafting, they're able to do it. You can even see the scarf I'm wearing. It's their mates.
Nyinaomuntu initiative is located in Kamonyi district, where teenage mothers were put together to do rabbit farming, tailoring and crafting. Enora Gladys, RwandaTV News.
We have come to the end of our bulletin tonight, and on behalf of the news production team as well as the technical team, we'd like to thank you very much for sticking with us here on RTV News. My name is Martina Abera. Stay safe and have a great night.